Cassidy Hutchinson, the former Trump White House aide whose testimony became one of the most dramatic moments of the January 6th hearings, is now facing a criminal referral from House Republicans accusing her of lying to Congress, which means the political aftershocks of January 6th are still echoing through Washington like a drum solo that just refuses to end. So here's what actually happened. Republican lawmakers led by Congressman Barry Loudermilk have asked the Justice Department to consider criminal charges tied to Hutchinson's testimony during the 2022 January 6 committee hearings. That testimony included claims that Donald Trump wanted to go to the Capitol with supporters after his ellipse speech and allegedly tried to grab the steering wheel of the presidential limousine, known as the Beast, after Secret Service agents refused to take him there. Welcome to Why It's Trending Daily. I'm Hank. This is where I break down the stories everyone's suddenly Googling, and I explain to you why they matter. Now, this is where the story splits, depending on who you ask. You see, supporters of the referral argue that testimony under oath has to be accurate and that any potential false statements should be investigated seriously. Critics say the move is political retaliation against a witness whose testimony damaged Trump and helped shape the public narrative around January 6th. Or in other words, Washington has once again entered the very familiar phase where the investigation becomes an investigation about the investigation. So this really isn't about Hutchinson alone here. It's about whether congressional testimony itself becomes a political battlefield years later, depending on who holds power. And why this matters to viewers at home is actually bigger than the personalities involved. Because if witnesses believe that testifying under oath could lead to criminal referrals depending on who controls Congress down the road, fewer insiders will be willing to testify at all. And that means the next major investigation into government power might have a lot fewer people willing to talk, which is not exactly ideal if transparency is the goal. I'm Hank, here to explain the chaos, not hype it. If you want clarity instead of noise, you're in the right place.